Hey guys, we're back to play some more Minecraft. You know, I never really know what to say at the start of these videos, so I usually just jump straight into doing stuff, and today's no exception. I would like to make some corrections to some things that I did poorly last episode. So the iron tanks, man, I thought I had them figured out, but turns out I didn't, and it cost me a little bit of some non-renewable resources. But let's do this one more time. Well, two more times. Then hopefully we can stop seeing the same thing over and over again. But yeah, I figured it out. There is exactly one block that stores the liquid, at least in a tank this size. I don't know what it's like if it's a larger size. But yeah. All right, so we have a tank. I'm going to put one bucket of water in it. Bucket of water is in there. We are going to break everything except for the bottom center block. That is the one. If I had just done my one test correctly when I messed up and broke the wrong block, then we would have learned the correct behavior there. And yeah, I wouldn't have made the mistake that I made. So that was the bottom center block. We're going to rebuild the whole thing, and it will still have the water bucket in it. And there it is. Water is still there. Now, let's see if I can do this without... let's see if I can just get under it. Oh man, fake blocks all over the place. Can I get under it from this angle? Yeah, here we go. So if I break just this one block and nothing else, so not a tank anymore, replace it, tank is empty. So that makes more sense than the other stuff that I was doing. But yeah, unfortunately I didn't know that, and well... Oh man, I want to walk away and talk about something else, but I can't leave this mess here, even just for a moment. I'm weird like that. Yeah. As soon as I get this mess cleaned up, I'll show you what I was trying to say. Need some wood, dirt. I'm surprised there's nothing under here with how much building I've done down below by now. Man, I've, yeah, been messing with a bunch of stuff down here. Yeah, so I had to re-plumb my fuel tank, and yeah, moved a bunch of stuff around. So this fuel line now goes sort of under the stairs and right next to the reactor shielding, and connects to the bottom block in this tank. So you can probably guess where this is going. I didn't have a valve down there, and I thought, okay, so I did my testing. It seems if there's enough blocks on the bottom, the fluid won't be gone, but no. Broke out the bottom block, replaced it with a valve, and all of my fuel gone. So that was sad. I mean, it's filled back up again now. I turned the pump for the oil well back on. Actually, sure, let's go ahead and show that. Skip ahead a little bit. We'll get to the rest of the stuff in a moment. But yeah, so this I turned on the pump for this oil well again, since the tank wasn't full anymore, so we had to refine some more fuel. And I'll go over there and show it to you. It is now empty. I've drained the entire oil well. And I think I already tore down all my stuff that I used to do it too. So there's nothing left there except a hole in the ground. And yeah, this is what an oil well looks like when it's empty. Gotta be careful, careful. I've already lit it up down here. But yeah, this entire sphere shaped hole here was filled with oil source blocks, and my pump just handily drained them all out. So that's what that's like. Yeah, and we have plenty of other oil wells around. In fact, I think I see one just over there. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so there's an oil well right next to the one we just drained. Could use that one too. Yeah, there's no shortage of oil in this world. I mean, I'd run out eventually if I used lots of it. There's actually one other thing I wanted to show over in this area that I didn't get to before. For some reason, I never quite looked this direction. There is an epic volcano right there. It's just awesome. And yeah, I didn't spot it until I'd already been in this area for a little while working on my oil pump. But yeah, we haven't seen volcanoes that are shaped like this. I want to make sure my jetpack's not going to wear out as I fly over this. Oh, wow. Ha! Tops of jungle trees in it. It's buried them. But yeah, all the other volcanoes we've seen have just been short little structures, but this one is amazing. Oh, it's all the way up to cloud level. Look at that. 125, 126, 127. Yep, up to the old height limit. That's cool. Of course, it's burned down part of the jungle. but that's okay. So yeah, that's awesome. All right, I'm gonna get back to the house. Make sure I successfully fly over this lava. Okay, see you back at the house. All right, we're back over here. And in addition to the iron tank thing, there was another thing I noticed when I was reviewing my video that I demonstrated very poorly. This iron pipe. So yeah, watching that back, I didn't really show items actually going into the chest. They just always bounced back. I sort of said, okay, item goes in. You could just see out of the corner of the screen, like the item tries to go in and bounces back. And I didn't notice it at the time. So let's do that again. So you go there, you go here, this goes here, and this goes here. So it does matter what the orientation of the iron pipe is. This way? Oh, well, okay, I can't have it that way. If this end is closed, like if this isn't a wooden transport pipe, then it'll always bounce back no matter what. But yeah, we're going to do this again. I'm going to fill this up with these. Wish there were an easier way to do this. I guess I could use a container with lower capacity, like say a hopper. It only has 4 slots in it, but there we go. All right, so we turn this on. See 2 items pump out. Just want to show this for accuracy, because I hate to put out content that's inaccurate. Cobblestone bounces back, even though that end is open. Oakwood planks go in correctly. You see them going into its inventory. So that's a correction for that error that I made. All right, so I think that's all the derps I made last episode. Hopefully, point out any others to me that I missed, please. Anyway, so yeah, back to talking about my basement. Right, I just moved things around, made it look a little cleaner, more spacious. I realized it was kind of dumb to have all those liquid ducts coming off of the boiler to steam engines just sort of distributed around here. So I moved them, as many as I could, directly next to the boiler, so they just pull their steam straight from it. Now I can't actually get to the boiler in this setup, but there's a bunch of wiring and plumbing and stuff back here. Yeah, there's a fuel line. Goes, well, can't even get in there. Yep, that's the Blaze Farm toggle. And yeah, I can get to the boiler through here. So I found that, right, I added two more steam engines. I'm just letting them run all the time because I don't really need that toggle. The biogas engines are actually just off all the time, so I'm running completely off of steam power. But yeah, there are 12 industrial steam engines here now, and I have found that if these are all running at once, which they're running all the time, and the steam turbine is also running, which is not right now because I don't need to output any power to this thing, it will actually consume the steam in the boiler faster than it produces it. You know, not very much faster, so I think it could probably get through a whole MFSU charge before it runs out, though I haven't tried that. But yeah, it's we are using up the steam we produce now if we need EU power. So that's cool. I don't feel like I'm wasting steam so much anymore. Yeah, not too much else to say here. Rewired this a bit. Supposedly you get less loss through these conduits if you run them like this, where you have both an input and an output. I did that backward. Both an input and an output from a redstone energy cell, and I just have 2 in here just for extra storage, I guess. If those are both on the same line, then you get less loss, because it's 5% loss of MJ per circuit. So, you know, going from here to here is 5% if this is all one contiguous line. But if it, you know, stops at an energy cell, that's a 5% loss. Then when it leaves the energy cell to go to a machine, that's another 5% lost. So, you know, it's just more efficient to do it this way, supposedly. Anyway, that's all that is. I have my carpenter here making paper. I discovered that there is a paper recipe with it, so you can make wood pulp out of logs and then turn that wood pulp into paper. So, and that gets you more paper per log than, I think it's twice as much as the pulverizer with wood chips. So I don't see any reason you'd ever use the pulverizer for that. Yeah, I think that's all that is. Let's see. Well, let's check our to-do list. Ah, yes. Oh boy. Going all out of order here, but yeah, we got some cool bees here. I have Majestic Noble hybrids. We have a bunch of purebred nobles and a bunch of purebred diligent bees. And yeah, I found out right. Diligent and Unweary are on the same tree. And I think I have 1 or 2 bees that are Unweary secondary. Let's see. They're in here. Yeah. Oh, okay. 2 cultivated unwearied drones. So that's cool. So that's the next step up from Diligent, as just as Majestic is the next step up from Noble. And then the next step up from those 2 is Imperial and Industrious. Those are the ones we want, because we want Imperial bees to make royal jelly and Industrious bees to make pollen. So let's just put these guys in an apiary somewhere, and hope that Noble doesn't override Majestic and we actually get a pure Majestic Princess, because that would be awesome. Yeah, the Noble bees produce for us... Wonder if those guys sting me or anything. I don't think they do. The Noble bees produce for us dripping combs, and those can be put in a centrifuge to get something we haven't seen before. I've already done one. Honeydew. So, looks kind of like honey, does some of the same stuff actually, also gives you honey, not every time, but you'd get honeydew every time. Honeydew is used along with honey to make glistering melons if you don't want to spend your gold on it. You can also make ambrosia, apparently, which is a, oh, no, you need royal jelly for that. Apparently this is like a golden apple, but better, I don't know, I'll have to make some and try it out once we get some royal jelly. Dissipation charge. I'm not sure what that does. Created honeydew. Okay. You can squeeze it and get honey, just like honey drops. Yeah, this one's interesting. You can put it in a fermenter, and you get short mead out of it. So that's an alcoholic beverage. I don't really know exactly what that does, but I should try it at some point. Yeah. That's what honeydew is for. So that's cool. And we've also been breeding our tropical bees enough to get some silk wisps. A lot of silk wisps. Oh, there goes all my paper. Ha! I should have had a place to put that. Okay, let me clean up this paper mess I just made. There we go, that's better. I'm just putting it here for now because mostly I want it for trading, but also for, making books, doing stuff with Mistcraft and enchanted books and things like that. It's just handy to have around, and I don't have a good sugarcane farm yet, which, yeah, we never really set one of those up. We'll have to do that at some point, but not today. I've also been eating some bee products. These come from a piece of bread and 8 honey drops. You get 4 of them, and they are as good as steak. So, 4 hunger bars each, or whatever you call those things. Anyway, let's have this carpenter make us some woven silk. I keep expecting a tooltip to come up for that, but it doesn't. So I'm just going to let that go, and we're going to make some woven backpacks out of it. Actually, well, that'll probably be done by the time I'm finished getting my backpack out. So let's see, miner's backpack usage, I think you have to, you give it a diamond, of which I have plenty. 63, not bad. So we're going to weave this into a higher capacity miner's backpack. With this woven silk, we have just enough. Ooh, just barely enough. 5, 6, 7, diamond, and backpack. And a woven miner's back. Okay, that one takes a little while. All right, so while that goes, let's sleep so our bees can work. And, oh, yeah, so you'll see in my chat, there's apparently a new major version of forestry available. It's 2.0.0.0. So I'm behind the times now already. Sounds like there's some cool stuff. I'll probably upgrade after this episode and see what's going on. But, I mean, we haven't even finished exploring the features of the current version of forestry yet. Speaking of which, I planted these trees around my apiaries, which you may have already noticed have gotten some interesting leaf blocks on them. So, yeah, someone pointed out that I didn't actually put any bees in the apiaries to crossbreed the trees last time I tried to do this. And yeah, that was dumb. I don't know what I was thinking there. But yeah, I don't know if you get a sapling every time out of these or if it's just a chance, but let's try breaking some of the different looking leaf blocks and see if anything cool happens. Okay, so not a sapling every time. Well, that answers that. So this was a birch tree. Okay, let's see if you can chainsaw them. I'm thinking you can't because we tried that on... we tried that on other forestry trees we planted, like the lime tree. I think we tried it, and it just broke them instead of giving me the block back. Oh! Oh, wow, the entire tree has changed because that's not acting like normal birch leaves. That's interesting. Is this still a... Yeah, okay, this is still a normal spruce tree. Okay, so it changes the entire tree. So I wonder if that means that all of these maybe have a chance to give you a different kind of sapling. Yeah, look, they're making different kinds of particles. So that's very interesting. So maybe it's not the special-looking ones only that would give you the saplings. So I'm actually going to chop this tree down here. Yeah, regular birchwood, it says. And... yeah, I'm going to chop, well, not the spruce tree, because that one hasn't had anything happen to it yet. Oh, yes it has. Yes, it has. Look, that block's different. That block is definitely different. That's greener than the others. So, wait, is it? Yeah, that's totally greener than the others. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm not sure how this all works, but I'm going to chop down these trees, and I'll be back with you if we get any cool saplings. Well, before I chop them all down off camera, let's take a look at some of the special leaf blocks we've gotten. So we have this here, so it looks like a bluer... Oh, I think I saw a sapling? No, I imagined it. Sort of looks like a bluer version of the... actually, like jungle wood, because you can see the little things on there. And yeah, we already saw the birch with the pale yellow leaves. Jungle trees, they're a bit more subtle. But if you look closely at this, it has sort of these colored nut-looking things on it, or fruit, or I don't know what that is, flowers? Something. Some differently colored things that are, you know, different from the normal jungle leaves. So, anyway, now that I've shown that, I'm going to actually chop these down. Okay, oak saplings are still normal. I guess this tree didn't get cross-pollinated. It's probably too high up. Well, sure it did, because we have these special blocks here. Okay, so I guess that means some of them drop special saplings, some of them don't. Maybe I'm breaking these too early. I'm wondering if you want to just leave the trees around until, like, all of the leaves turn a different color. Or if you just have to do, like, if this is super slow, you just have to do it a whole lot over time. I don't know, but we'll see if we get even any special saplings out of this. Oh, there's one. Okay, we got an apple oak sapling. Cool. I'm going to finish chopping these down, and we'll stick some of those in the treealyzer. Alright, trees are all chopped down. Yeah, once again, I forgot about the existence of the sickle until I was almost done, so that could have saved me a little bit of time. But yeah, oh, cool. Okay, so there are indigo flowers here. Yeah, there's actually a configuration in forestry you have to change to get these to spawn. You can just add a list of item IDs to the flowers that it'll to the blocks it'll treat as flowers. And I saw no reason not to add these because, you know, apparently you can get them by bone mealing the ground. I just didn't do it enough to see it happen. But yeah, so we can get indigo flowers from bees now, which makes sense because, you know, you get all these extra biomes, flowers. Anyway, indigo flowers are useful for indigo dye, which is an alternative to using lapis for dyeing things blue. I'm just going in because the sun's going down. So I don't think we got a lot out of that. We got these apple oak saplings, but the rest of these are normal, except for this. But we already know that a silver birch sapling is... Oh, okay. Yeah, normal birch saplings are silver birch. That's just what it calls them. Okay, so this is right. Pure silver birch, apple oak hybrid. So what does this say? Doesn't produce anything. Okay. So this is going to be red spruce. Yep. So that's normal. Now here's, okay, jungle sapling. Oh, produces cocoa beans. Okay. Interesting. Apple oak. Okay, regular oak sapling. So this, I'm guessing, is going to be crossed with silver birch? No? So how is this different from those? They don't stack. Something's different. But they look the same. Okay, I don't know what the difference is between these two. They look the same to me. But yeah, so that's I guess that sort of shows you how arboriculture works. Need a dedicated chest for that stuff. My sapling chest here is too full to accept these. They don't stack, and yeah. All right, well, I'll set up another chest for that, and got some extra wood here. So, what else do we have to talk about? Oh, yeah. So, scrap boxes. So, you know, I have my scrap machine over there producing scrap boxes to put into the... Hey, actually, let's see if our backpack is done. Yes, it is. Of course it is. That was plenty of time for that. So cool. This has 45 slots now. That's a lot of capacity. So yeah, going mining with this will probably never run out of inventory space unless we take a really long mining trip. Apparently in the new version of Forestry, the appetite texture has changed, and yeah, a bunch of stuff. One of the reasons I really wanted to get it was that there are stairs for forestry woods, and that's cool. I mean, we looked at that before. We wanted them. Apparently there's, okay, grafter item. I don't know what that is or does. But yeah, multi-block farms, some new items and stuff. So yeah, we'll definitely update that, assuming I can get that to work after this. But yeah, we're talking about scrap boxes. So, one use for scrap boxes is just to compact your scrap so that you can put it into the mass fabricator and just stack more in there at a time. And I actually have this set up a little differently. So I kind of don't want to dig in there just because it was a pain to put this together, because there's facades and micro blocks and crazy stuff in there. But anyway, basically there's an auto crafting table under this, which has a wooden pipe coming off of it that pulls scrap boxes into this if there's room for them, and if there isn't room for it, another wooden crafting table. Wow, that's what I was going to say there. Wooden pipe, which I can get to through the facade. Pulls scrap boxes out into this chest. So if you're recycling stuff with your mass fabricator full, if I'm recycling stuff with my mass fabricator full, yeah, because I'm talking about stuff in my house, then it'll just go into this chest. So I've gotten a bunch of these here. And yeah, the other use beyond powering up your mass fabricator is you can just get a random item out of it. Oh yeah, there's a piece of soul sand. So yeah, that's the only way that soul sand is renewable, I think. And yeah, it's kind of fun. So, oh wow, I have too much on me to do this. Let me find a home for these saplings. Then we'll play with some scrap boxes and see if we get any good loot. All right, I put away as many things as I could, so I just have my basic gear on me. And, well, I don't need a bow if I put away my arrows. Anyway, so we're just going to use this scrap box as a whole lot, and with all this inventory space, we'll see the stuff we get. And we'll see it fly out, too. So I saw gold ore. Wait, was that gunpowder or... No, that's iron dust. Cool, cool. So, you know, a lot of randomness in this, but I don't know. I mean, you get this mostly for free. Just costs some cobblestone, which is free with the ignis extruder, and some EU, which is free with the steam boiler and the blaze rod setup we have here. So, yeah. Lots of random junk to... Hey, an emerald to clutter up our inventory. I think I saw coal dust. Oh, filled tin cans. Wow, you know what? This is cool. Ha! Yeah, so I don't want to recycle all my scrap. I'm just going to make a nice loot fountain. And, you know, you can get diamonds. Oh, I saw a gold helmet. You can get diamonds out of this. Don't want to let that stuff despawn. Wow. I need a chest. A chest? Give me a chest. Do I have a chest here? I do. Okay. Here, take some rubber. Yeah. So yeah, you can get some good loot out of this, apparently. I haven't really... I mean, I mostly just use this for, oh, these wooden tools. Well, I can put those in the sawmill, and, yeah, well, we know that everything that's on us is... Wow. I need lots of chests here. Okay, I'm gonna make some more chests. There we go. I made this look as terrible as possible, so I'll be sure to come in and tear it down very soon. But, yeah, so, yeah, I'm going to do this for a little while. You know, it's fun to watch. Let's do it together. Okay, so, no, you don't get scrap boxes out of scrap boxes. Netherrack, good. I like that. Lots of wooden tools I'm noticing. Like, that's, yeah, Yeah, that seems to be one of the most common things you're going to get out of here. Get the rest of my scrap boxes that I put away just to temporarily free up some inventory space. And let's do some more of these. I could probably just like do this in a... let's do it straight up. Whee! Fountain of items. Can't really see what stuff is that way though. Ah, that's fun. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna fill up these... cake. I'm gonna fill up these chests with scrap box items, and we'll see what sort of stuff we get. So we'll get an idea of the rarity of diamonds and other things. Yeah, be back in a bit. All right, so our loot actually fits in 2 double chests. I didn't count how many scrap boxes that was before we started, but it was, what, like 7 stacks or so? I think it was a little less than that. But yeah, I can go back in the video and see how many it was. And yeah, here's what we got. Lots of wooden tools, some gold helmets, no diamonds. Good stuff we got would be those ores, 2 emeralds, soul sanded netherrack, which in my situation is good, but wouldn't normally be. Some food. Lots more wooden tools, golden helmets, cakes, minecarts. Those are cool. Can make iron out of those. Oh, I think let me try something. So the alloy furnace I found out can be used sort of like an uncrafting table. Give me a piece of charcoal. There we go. Or peat. Yeah, I'll use peat because charcoal is a little more valuable. Yeah, here we go. So I can smelt a minecart. What do you suppose that's going to do? Well, I think it will give me 5 iron ingots back. Yeah, 5 iron ingots. So if I have any iron gear that I don't want anymore and I'd rather have the raw materials, I can put it in an alloy furnace and get it back for no level cost. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not going to process all this stuff right now, but yeah, that's a thing you can do with scrap boxes. Oh, look, that's right. That was part of that because I'm eating this honey bread stuff. Yeah, so let's see what else we have to do. Ah, yes. A thing I've been meaning to play with for a little while is there is an industrial craft item called the CF sprayer. I've played with it before, but not in this LP, so it's crafted real simply, just a stick and some cobblestone, so we'll get those things. I was sure I put cobblestone there, but apparently not. Okay, well, I'll bet cobblestone... hey, I got some gravel. You need some cobblestone? Go over here. Okay, so when I craft this thing, I believe it will be empty. Yeah, so there's nothing in it, so I can't use it yet. But let's see, I want to macerate clay. And I also need some redstone. Let's see, I don't have those things. Redstone, coal dust. Where do I keep my coal dust? In here? Yeah. And, oh boy, it's one other thing. What is it? So this thing is charged with construction foam. I just need a water bucket. Okay. Or 2 of them. So 2 water buckets here. There's a piece of rubber in there. That can come back out. I guess that was from a scrap box. And so this should make us 2 construction foam blocks with this clay dust we got from that. So I think this is shapeless, just like that. Yeah. So, oh, okay, 6 construction foam blocks. Cool. And now these guys, I think you can place them. Yeah. And yep, you can walk right into them. Okay, so you can place those as individual blocks. I think this will harden into a sort of stone slab looking block. You can also put these into a compressor. And let's see. I want you to go faster. Where are my overclockers? There we go. Move. Yeah, okay, so that's hardened. I think it hardens 1 more level beyond that. But one of the properties of these things, apparently, that I didn't know until recently is you can paint them. So if you don't want that to be gray, hey, look, it's red. Awesome. So that gives you some great decorative blocks. Now, having compressed that, I can put this into the CF sprayer. It's a little annoying to do it this way, but yeah. And I think this will go a lot farther than just placing it directly. So if you just spray it See, I can't do it in midair. I have to be against a surface. It'll give you a lot of blocks. So those will all harden. Now, if you mine this stuff, you don't get a block back. It just disappears. So that's gone. But let's see, the other use for this is apparently you can hide wires with it, and I don't like some of this messy wiring here. I'd like this in particular to be a solid block. Now, I am curious if it'll maintain the paintedness of those, and those two won't connect to each other. But let's just try it here. So if I right-click right here. Yep. Okay, we got a lot of foam. That's not quite what I wanted, but we can chop it down. Breaks instantly. But yes, you see there's foam around the wires now. Now, to verify that those are not connecting, I guess I can use my EU reader, because if those two wires connect, the MFSU, oh, how does it work? This wire goes through an MV transformer. Okay, good, that's 0. All right, so we're in good shape. Goes through a transformer. MV transformer to LV transformer to canning machine, just so that that thing doesn't blow up. But if you feed that back into, oh man, I don't even quite remember how it works, but there's some way you can feed the MFSU's output back into itself that causes some trouble and makes it continuously consume power. So yeah, that would let me make my wiring look a bit better. So I'd paint this like dark gray to match the basalt bricks. Yeah, actually, if I used like basalt brick pavers, these, I know I have some, don't I? Yeah, these things, basalt paver, probably look almost the same as, yeah, that'd look pretty much identical to construction foam. Yeah, let's try that. So I don't know if that's going to be black or gray, but let's see. Let's get some ink. Just curious how close this is going to be. There's plenty of yellow flowers around. I think those are slightly more plentiful than red ones. Not that there's ever a shortage of flowers. Okay, black is a little bit darker, but that matches pretty well. Let's try... So I imagine gray is going to be too light then. Yeah, I think black's going to be our best bet, because that's really close in color. Okay, cool. So that'll just let us blend those in better. I think if you break this, you get basalt cobblestone back. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Just got to wait for that to harden. Maybe spray it on some of our other cables, and yeah, better decorations. So, next thing up. Oh, yeah, this is hardening. I don't want it there, so I'm just going to break this. Now, I want to say there's another level of hardness past this, because I think I've seen those darken a bit more. I'm actually going to leave those two there and see if anything happens to them. You know what? Let's check our Majestic Bees. Let's see if anything cool's happened with them. They were in... which apiary? This one, was it? Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, I like what I see here. I very much like what I see here. So that was a fertile one. It produced 3 drones. Where's my beealyzer? Yeah. Let's see what we have. Are you pure? You are. Awesome. We got a pure Majestic Princess. So if one of these is pure, yes, yes, we can make Majestic Bees. Okay, this is Majestic Noble. That's Majestic Noble. But I put this with either of those two. Oh, Normal Worker. I haven't actually seen that before. I've seen Fast and Slow, but I haven't seen Normal before. Okay, so definitely these two would go together. Yes, let's do that right now. Awesome. So we are on to Majestic Bees. Just gotta get Imperial somehow. I assume maybe you cross those with Cultivated. This sort of tells you. Oh no, this is Majestic Noble. That'll be misleading. Yeah. So something with a low probability, because that's orange. The greener the arrow is, the more likely it is for the mutation. So I need to find whatever this bee is. I'm thinking maybe Cultivated, but I could be wrong about that, because Cultivated bees seem to be the key to most other hybrids. I just want to check something here. If I take this... No, there's nothing with an arrow of that color. What about a Princess? Are they any different? So Cultivated Princess is the same. Okay, so maybe that's not Cultivated. Okay, well that's... no, we know that combination. Yeah, there are no unknown combinations with an arrow that color, so I don't think it's Cultivated. So I don't know what it is. Maybe it's industrious? No, that wouldn't make much sense. Anyway, cool. Yeah, so we're moving up the bee tech tree, so to speak. And yeah, I'm just going to sort of keep doing that off camera because there's not much to show. It's just very random. I'll just show little bits and pieces here like I have been doing. So we got some bee products a while back. We'd been early on. We'd really been wanting propolis, but now that we have a good supply of it, we never actually got around to doing anything with it. So let's do something with it. Let's see if we can make us some stained glass. So that also involves beeswax and some sort of dye. Let's make some lime green stained glass if we can. So to do this, I need to make a wax cast, which is just a normal crafting recipe. Okay, let's just make one piece to start with. So here's a wax cast. I put this into the is it the carpenter? I think it's the carpenter. In place of the crate. And okay, here's a piece of propolis. Here's some lime dye. No, that's not the recipe. Okay, what's the recipe now? So if I take this out, will it show me usage? Oh, it's a thermionic fabricator. My bad, not carpenter. Ha, I knew something felt wrong about that. Okay, so we need our thermionic fabricator, which I'm sure I've stashed away in here. Fairly sure. You guys are all probably looking right at it. There it is. Okay. Yeah, so this goes here. And we put a wax cast in, was it that slot, I think? Need some glass for the other slot. Give me some glass. Oh, something's going weird with my mouse. Okay, so here's some glass. And now it's molten. Here's some propolis, here's some dye, and... Huh? What? What did I do wrong? No, not this. Hang on. Use for propolis. I thought that was the recipe, wasn't it? Thermionic fabricator. Wax cast. Oh, well, no. That's the right amount, isn't it? Oh, maybe it has to be in that pattern. Okay, just had the pattern wrong. Huh. Figured it'd be shapeless. Okay, lime stained glass. While we have this heated up, yeah, sure, let's make a few others. Let's make, kind of a shame to just make like one piece at a time, but let's make a black one, because I'm curious how opaque that will be. There's my ink sacs. And do I have any other dye handy? I have some yellow, some light blue. Sure, let's make those things. And some red. Yeah, so I'm going to make all these, then we'll come back and place them and see how they look. Oh, well, I stupidly made some more wax casts without having known that apparently this this has durability on it. So that won't wear out immediately. Huh. Okay. So more propolis. Nope. More propolis here. There's a piece of red, yellow, and black. Did I have another one on me? No, I guess I just miscounted my glass. Okay. So I'm going to take this down because it constantly drains power. Can't carry it because my inventory is full. So we saw the CF sprayer. Yep, that thing's cool. Now, I do have Silk Touch. I'm okay with sacrificing some of that to see if we actually need it. Where's my Silk Touch? There it is. So I'm going to put down this lime stained glass right here. Oh, that is cool. Oh, wow. Oh, that's fantastic. Red. Black. Oh, that is super cool. Haha, there's all sorts of stuff I could do with this. Okay. So, cheapest one of those, I guess, is going to be yellow. So let's try just mining it. Okay, does break. Silk Touch. Ooh, you can't Silk Touch it. That's unfortunate. Okay, so I guess once you place that, you better hope it's the final place, because you're not getting that back. Okay, well, I don't want any of that there. I can just remake it. All right, so that's stained glass. That's cool. Oh, yeah, this is just a quick thing to talk about, and I'm not even going to bother demonstrating. But yeah, Soul Shards apparently fixed it so that skeleton spawners in the Nether don't spawn wither skeletons. So you have to actually kill wither skeletons to put a soul shard for that together for that. So, fighting the wither's not going to be quite as easy as I was hoping. Maybe I'll have to do an old school wither skeleton farm sort of thing. Like, we could use a filler to clear out part of our nether fortress and make a nice spawning pad for them or something like that. We'll see. Maybe I won't even bother. I can just... apparently you can use the Vorpal enchant on them, which I feel dumb for not having thought of earlier. Because, yeah, I have a Vorpal 2 sword here, which is supposed to behead mobs more frequently. You know, the wither skeletons are the only ones who would drop their heads before. But yeah, I guess I just need to hunt them with that sword for a little while and get the skulls together so we can kill a wither and get another star or two and use it to craft, say, a portal gun. That'd be fun to play with. And yeah, if I got to this point in the episode with having some extra time, I was going to do some Thaumcraft research because there's a bunch of new stuff that was added by the recent update. Let's just see if I can browse through any of it here. Oh, there's a new wand. Oh, I don't know what this is. Okay, there's a new wand. I want to play with golems. I know almost nothing about them, but apparently you can use them for automating various things. Oh, I want this. This is, actually, I don't know if that's what I want, but crystal clusters. Okay, one of those is probably crystal clusters. They are how you renew Vis. Without them, Vis is non-renewable. So, yeah, we need to get those. The way this is some sort of sparkle, and that's some sort of sparkly thing, makes me think this might give me the tier 3 wand, which is the wand of the Thaumaturge. How much Vis does that hold? It doesn't say. Okay, not going to tell you. Ooh. Oh, cool. Oh. I don't know where you get those. Anyway, but yeah, we don't have time for that this episode. Maybe next time we'll do it. So, hopefully that was enjoyable. It was a little scattered again, but most of my episodes are just lots of miscellaneous stuff. So, don't know what we'll do next time, but I'm sure we'll come up with lots of fun stuff. So, see you guys later.